Hello everybody and welcome back to my stream. I'm going to be doing some more material hunting in Elite Dangerous tonight. And yeah, I know I've been doing that for quite a long time, but fortunately I am close to getting the last of the materials that I need in order to be able to finish engineering a lot of my ships. So with any luck, not counting some of the encoded data that I need, I should be able to get everything that I need tonight before I sign the stream off. And I figure right now is a perfect time anyway, considering we are snowed in a manner of speaking. We've got like 6 inches of snow on the ground, and it's kind of still coming down out there. We're getting hit relatively hard. Not as hard as it could be, but you know what? After the last couple of years that we've had with basically no snow, I'll take it. Beyond that, we're not doing too bad, just kind of getting things going here. So, doing what we can as we can do it. And you'll probably notice that I'm deciding to do today's running around in my Imperial Eagle instead. I just figured I would do something that's a little bit of a change from my normal with the Corvette, just because I can. This also means I'm going to be doing a lot more manual collection of materials as I actually get into some of these locations. It also means that on my way there, I'm going to be spending a little bit of time trying to actually fuel scoop on the way because, well, this ship really doesn't exactly have the greatest jump range in the world. So, yeah. Hopefully I don't get jumped by NPCs because, while this ship isn't exactly the worst ship to be jumped in, it's also not exactly the most combat capable either. So yeah, wouldn't exactly be the greatest thing in the world to have happen to me. Fortunately, this ship is relatively small, has small fuel tanks, so if I do decide to stop and fuel scoop, it shouldn't take too long to actually get this ship topped off. I think the biggest issue I might run into is the ship does seem to run a little hot, so it might I might end up overheating just to fuel up. We'll see. Don't mind me too much, just clearing off notifications on my tablet off to the side here. And just a little too warm. Okay. Yeah. Wow, this ship really does heat up real damn fast, doesn't it? Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Archie, really? Am I gonna have to let you out, buddy? Not entirely sure I want to do that. You have a habit of going and bugging everybody in the hallway when I do that.
Warning. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
One thing that can be said about the Imperial Eagle, it loves to bug out of anywhere real damn quick. I guess that's the nice thing about having a small ship, as opposed to a large.
Temperature critical.
Yeah, temperature critical. Thank you very much.
Fuel swapping.
Alright, let's pull in just enough to siphon off and get what I can maxed out here, hopefully without cooking my ship.
Fuel swapping complete.
There we go. So now let's get above the plane so that we can get a system scan and figure out where my high-grade emissions are. Because that is what I need to track and chase down. There's encoded, 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 convoy dispersal. Convoy dispersal. Weapons fire, I kind of want to stay away from that one. Even if it is only a threat level 1. Convoy dispersal pattern. Safe. Degraded. Degraded. Not really seeing any high grades yet, am I? What I'm out here primarily looking for, again, are high-grade emissions, because those are generally going to be wreckage components of high-grade ships. And that's going to give me materials that I need, some of the Class 5 materials specifically that I need. So I'm looking for... What the hell? I'm specifically looking for military composites and core dynamics composites, which are really only easy to find in high-grade emissions, and I have no high-grade emissions sources here. Well, if nothing else, I've got a chance of getting the encoded data that I need if I go after some of these encoded missions sites. there any... There's really no specification there, is there? Okay. So I'll go take a look and see if maybe I can find something here. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get some high grades that pop up too. Looks like I've got somebody teetering around behind me trying to interdict me. See what happens. I might just want to have combat systems ready. This is a Civil War system, so chances of me being interdicted are high. It's probably a system security, in which case I really probably don't want to do anything, but I'd like to be ready just in case, you know. And of course, any new signal source that it flags me on, I am going to be checking out as they pop up, because I really don't want to miss out on any high grades, if any of them come along. Figure if I don't have any high grades pop up in like the next 20 minutes, I'm probably just going to move on to a new system. Because while encoded are great, I can't guarantee that they're actually going to give me what I need. If it's a wreckage field, I'm not going to get the material that the encoded material that I'm looking for. If it's a private data scan point, I've only got a chance of getting what I'm there looking for. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll see how that happens. And there's that system security guy working around in my wake, trying to find me again. That tells me that it definitely is system security wanting to interdict me. But he's really taking his time about it. I'm probably because I'm lollygagging around and not really doing much of anything. Accelerate, slow down, accelerate, slow down, accelerate, slow down. It'd sure be nice if he'd give me the benefit of the doubt and just back off. Probably not going to happen. In fact, I can pretty much guarantee it's not going to happen. I'll bet you anything, as soon as I drop into here, he's gonna follow me right in. Yep, we've got a debris field, not what I need. Anything I might be able to use? Yeah, no, not really. Well, I might as well pick up some of these higher grade with the chemical manipulators. Of course, because I'm in a ship that I am absolutely not used to. Come back here. I need to feather my throttle on this thing a lot more. Really not used to it. There we go. Chemical manipulators again. Compound shielding is probably worth picking up. See, I'm not entirely stupid. I do know that picking up at least grade 4 materials is better than not picking up anything at all. Especially when I am considering about doing some further engineering beyond what I already have planned. I'm just almost done with the engineering materials for what I do have planned so far, so better to be safe than sorry and just collect what I can as I find it, within reason. Oh, again, this might not necessarily be the best ship for this job. I just figured I would change things up just a little bit. Cargo acquired. Alright, let's get out of here. Now, if I really wanted a ship that was on a hair throttle, all I'd have to do is pull out my Mamba. My god, that thing's got boost speed. That thing's got speed to burn. Alright, let's do this the easy way. Navigation. Signal sources. Oh yes, I would very much like to see what the new signal source is. By dispersal pattern. Two new signal sources now. Any high grades? Anywhere. Bueller. Weapons fire threat level 4. Oh, hell no. I ain't messing with that. And I overshoot again because I am not paying attention. Lovely. Come on. Something that I'm looking forward to for my next stream, for anybody who actually watches the video at all, I recently got myself a side button set, so I should theoretically have a whole side set of buttons that I can have off over here or over here or something, so that I can actually have unique controls for my like frame shift drive, my targeting, or just random things that would be very, very nice to have on their own unique controls without having to either work behind my joystick with the keyboard or have them programmed through multiple controller mappings on my joystick. So, looking forward to that. Yeah, that didn't really give me anything that I needed, did it? The one thing that I'm looking for is abnormal compact emissions data, which is a grade 5 encoded material, and I have a small chance of finding it from encoded encoded data emissions. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna see if I can find another system to go to. Let's see, Federation aligned, sure, why not? Here's the next question, how expansive is it? That works. So, let's copy that system name. Actually, you know what? I'd rather stick somewhere close to my fleet carrier. So, Control C, tab. Please be at least in the same direction that I've already been going. Oh boy. That's a lot farther out than I'd like to go, just... Okay, anything... I'll use my current system. Find... Oh, come on. Yes. That system. Thank you. 73 light years, but that's better than nothing. Maybe it'll be more towards Shinrara. Okay. Let's paste that in. It's not closer to Shinrara, but I'll live with it. For that matter, where is Shinrara? Oh, where the hell up there? Yeah. My fleet, the only reason I'm trying to stick somewhat close to Shinrara is because that's where my fleet carrier is closest to. So, yeah. Anyway. Let's go ahead. Mark this system. And try my luck there. Should be able to get there in just one jump by the looks of it. Or, well, not one jump, but like one series of jumps. Of course, that's not going to stop me from trying to fuel scoop as I go, because that would just be stupid not to. Oh, and at some point I'm going to have to jump back in and do some core mining or whatnot, because apparently Elite put in some fixes to the pulse wave scanner, which I didn't even realize there were issues with the pulse wave scanner until I was told about it. Apparently, the pulse wave scanner for doing core mining and whatnot was doing exactly what it's supposed to behind the ships that were doing it. So nobody could actually see where any of the motherlode rocks were. Which could explain why, when I was doing some mining recently, I was having a whole lot of trouble finding anything. So, now that they've put in the fix, which I believe they did during the overnight maintenance last night, because they put in a whole new patch last night. Maybe I should get in there and try to figure that out at some point with my
Frameshift drive charging.
cutter. And maybe it's actually going to be something decent and viable again, because as I said, I was having some problems with that, and if it's in better shape, I would very much like to get into that to get some more credits into my ships, my fleet carrier, before I actually embark on my grand expedition, which I've been talking about for a long time now. And the reason I haven't gotten to it is because I've been doing material collecting for all of these Goram ships that I probably really didn't need to, but, you know, I wanted to. So that's on me. That's nobody's fault but my own. But definitely within the next month or so, I am very much planning on starting to get that jump done. I need to get the tritium together to fully fuel up my carrier, fully fill the hold on my carrier, which is going to be a matter of both mining and kind of buying, which is going to be more credits that I'm going to need. And then I'm going to start the jump out there, which is going to involve probably a stop in Colonia or one of the other systems more in that general direction. And then fill up there with more tritium to jump out into the black, and then just see what I find. The biggest thing is I have to make sure that I do not fill up, or that I do not use more tritium on the trip than I would reasonably expect to use in as far as being able to get back as well. So I'm going to have to carefully... Well, I should have the ability to map my jumps somewhere, but I'm still going to have to carefully map out that whole jump sequence. And it's going to take forever to get there, too. It's probably going to take me a good couple of weeks, even just to make the Colonia jump. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Which in some ways actually comes into some of the other reasons why I'm wanting to do some of the engineering that I am. Because it would be nice if I could work with a lot of the Colonia engineers when I get out there, instead of getting out there and having basically nothing. Because there are a couple of them out that way that have relatively unique upgrades that they can do. For example, I know there's one out there that is the only engineer that does any sort of modification on, for example, life support systems. So if I could get out there and get something decent from get my life support systems modified on my exploration ships, that's even more jump range that those ships have. Or if I wanted to, I could invest in better grade life support systems that I could then put lightweight, cut their weight down, but still have something better at substantially decreased weight. So, anyway. still no high grades. I wonder if they're deliberately hiding from me right now. No, I did not. Just trying to find anything. I'll try this one. And if I don't get anything there, I'm probably just going to have to return to my carrier and figure something else out, at least for tonight. Because I really do not feel like chasing Civil War systems all over the galaxy, or all over the bubble, to try and find the one that gives me high-grade signal sources. I do have a Guardian FSD booster on this thing, don't I? Yes, I do. I've got a grade 1. That's almost worthless. I mean, it's a 4 light year increase, but it's still almost worthless. I'll start the system scan while it's picking up little bits of fuel. Come on, high grades, where are you? Dispersal pattern. Anything that's close to a planet I can pretty much guarantee isn't going to be what I need. Encoded. Dispersal. 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 Come on, seriously. Dispersal. One sitting out in the middle of nowhere. High grade. Perfect. Zoom in, tag it while I scan the rest. Because I want to make sure there's nothing that's going to time out on me while I'm trying to check the ones I've already scanned. System's got a water world in it. There's another high grade. Ooh. Yes, that one's got a lot of that one's almost out of time. So, okay. Let's go ahead and get that one first. Although this one's probably not going to give me what I want. It's an outbreak system state, not Civil War, which is what I'm looking for. Let's see. Well, outbreak, I might be able to get the core dynamics. What about the military grade? Yeah, I might be able to get that here too, so okay. We'll see. Of course, there are probably a dozen other things that I can get from the same thing, but at least I've got a chance, right? Usually, it seems like the ones I get are on a regular basis are the core dynamics or the military grades anyway. So, just what's the bet? I'll get there and it'll be everything except what I need. When usually I jump in and it's exactly what I'm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what I was trying to say. I'm not sure I'm actually getting away with saying it right. Okay, close enough where I'm at least in the speed window. There we go. Pharmaceutical isolators. Seriously? Did I call it or did I call it? And I'll grab them. They're grade 5 materials, but are you kidding me? Angle up. There we go. Seriously? Like I said, this may not necessarily be the smartest chip for doing this. I just felt like I would do something different because I can. Although I suppose it's my own fault. I went after the one that did have outbreak when I know there was one contact that was, in fact, very much the Civil War, which is definitely going to give me what I need. And there were a couple of new signals. Let me check those out real quick. Probably more convoy dispersals. Yeah, distress call, combat aftermath. Yeah, okay. Well, moving on to the next location. Yes, my recent video post has been uploaded. Okay. Perfect. So I can actually go to my channel and maybe even dismiss that, so awesome. Okay, it's still processing, but it didn't give a thumbnail for the video. I'll check back when it finishes processing. Okay, anyway. Well, one nice thing about Elite Dangerous over the winter holidays is that, well, meaning Christmas holiday, and yes, I'm sorry, I'm going to say Christmas holiday because I really have no inclination to be politically correct about much of anything in that regard. Over Christmas, the Elite Dangerous or Frontier Developments are giving away ARX to Elite players, and the amounts are apparently going to increase the closer we get to Christmas. And I mean, personally, I'm enjoying the idea because I'm using it to get some paint jobs for my ships. That the only thing I've really had was either the baseline, the base purchase skin, or the Azure skin that was given to everybody per the universal release of Horizons. So now that that is out and done, I mean, granted, having the Azure skin on my ships is better than having no skin on my ships, but at the same time, it's really, I would have to say, it's probably one of the ugliest skins that I could possibly imagine. And as such, I would really like to get some of my more commonly used ships, at least, into something better. And if Elite's going to give me free ARX, I will more than happily accept it and use it on ship skins. Even if they're just the cheap ship skins that still look nice. They're not vibrant neon blue. So we do have some military grade alloys here, which is right in line with everything that I want. And now we will go ahead and get out of here. I'm not even going to mess or consider messing with that anaconda. Come on. Get me out of here. Thank you. Alrighty. So let's see what signal sources have popped up in the meantime, if any. Probably nothing really worthwhile, at least for the time being. It's going to take about 20 minutes or so for those high grades to repopulate. Yeah. So, but I know I'm in a system that is spawning at high grades, and that's all that really matters to me, so. You know what, just for grins, let's go investigate this weapons fire threat. If it's anything nasty, I bug the hell out. Anything I specifically want to shut off. If I'm going to be applying my weapons, let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. I don't need it at the moment. And that gives me, well, within the power range where I don't need to actually shut anything off. Let's see if I can go be a hero. Ooh. Ah. 8, 7. I'm not even going to mess with combat zones in this ship. This ship is way too underpowered for me to even consider that. I would just get massacred. I would love it if I could figure out why my stick loves to keep wandering off to the left. Ah, no, 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 no! Shit. And that is why I would love to have separate button sets for super crews and things like that.
Charging.
Okay, so. Where are we? Out there. There we go. Type 6 transporter, which means that is the offender.
Scan detected.
This may not be my smartest decision ever. No, I'm not letting you get in front of me. No, I'm not letting you get anywhere where you have a good look at me.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
I cannot even see past his engine glare.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
Where the hell is he? So far, my shields are actually doing pretty well holding up. Nope, you are not ramming me.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
Ha 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 ha! Gotcha!
Target destroyed.
Okay, so that actually didn't go too bad. Awesome. Because I'm sure I'm going to get scanned unless I get the hell out of here. Nothing I really want. Let's go.
Timeship drive charging.
I'll put an extra pip over towards the systems just so that they can actually get that recharged properly. And now let's see what scans have popped up. Combat aftermath. High grade, bingo, awesome. Well, if nothing else, I've definitely picked up on the one big lesson in Elite Dangerous. When you are dealing with a ship that is larger than yours, use your maneuver ability to outperform it and just not be a target. So, I am going to do a little bit of credit earning through all of this if I chase down things like that, but gonna try to keep it on the down low. Definitely not wanting to go after grade 2 threat levels. Not with this thing. It's a little bit too light for that. One ship... yeah, holding up 2 fingers. One ship should be more than enough to actually make things work for me. So, anything... although I will say that anything especially big is going to be problematic for me as well. I'm probably going to want to try to... if I try taking on something like an Anaconda, I'm probably going to end up wanting to keep my targeting on, like, say, the FSD or whatever, or somewhere in that general vicinity, just so that I can try... or, no, not the FSD, the power plant. Just so that it's, I run the risk of knocking it out early without having to literally destroy the entire ship around it. Probably should have done that in this past match, but I forgot to mess with my selecting controls, which is another reason, because my selecting controls are on my keyboard, which is another reason why it would be nice to have a separate set of buttons over here. So, anyway, that's beside the point. High-grade emissions. This is no faction state. Maybe I'll still come away with what I need. We shall see. Proprietary composites. Ooh, core dynamics. Bingo. How many contacts do I have? I've got 6 contacts with 4 core dynamics. Good, I need core dynamics. So, awesome. There's an eagle husk right there. All right, let me turn on night vision so I can see everything that's around me. Because sometimes those larger objects love to actually be immobile objects. Come on. And there we go. And let's get the hell out of here. And now let's see if there's any new high grades sitting around. Bingo. That is one nice thing about working in systems like this. Sometimes it seems like you clear one and another one pops up within reason. So I can usually say that I'm kept pretty happy. Tonight I just needed to find a system that was actually spawning high grades. That was more annoying than anything else. This one's all the way on the other side of the main star. I'll give the star a little bit of a wider berth. Although it looks like it's going to be right up in that ring anyway, so I'm not going to be able to avoid getting close to the star. Or closer to the star. After this one, if nothing else pops up, I'll probably go after another, like, level 1 weapons threat or distress call or something like that. Something where I have to defend somebody. But overall, I do think I have enough engineering in this ship where I can get away with that without too much problem. Do I have the... Do I actually have the... Yeah, I don't have the shield generator on this actually modified yet. So, once I actually get this shield generator modified properly, I shouldn't have any power problems. In fact, I shouldn't have any durability problems either. What I'm looking at doing eventually is, for just about all these shields, just because these are prismatics, for some of the lighter ships, if I had power problems specifically, going to be looking at like the enhanced low grade. And that'll also benefit specifically like the exploration ships, because it's also a weight reduction on top of an energy reduction, but there's still an integrity bonus as far as the shields. So it still helps out the shields, but it's not a it doesn't really give any major bonuses to, say, any of the resistances. But some of these other ships that I'm really looking at this anyway, it's really, I only have the shield generators for the sake of having a proper working shield on them. For example, this thing, well, into light combat to some degree, it is nice to have a shield on it, but otherwise, really don't need it. Just like I really don't need the proprietary composites either. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, I've still got cargo scoop out. wind's picking up outside, starting to knock sleet into the window. Because we've graduated, of course, from sleet to, or snow to sleet, for whatever reason. That's the way it always seems to work around here the last few winters. We go from snow to sleet, so we end up with this nice layer of snow with a shell of sleet over the top of it. Leads to some very interesting snowy conditions, because you'll, depending on how long it sits afterwards, instead of melting away, what'll happen is the sleet will form a shell over the snow, and in some cases it'll actually become rather well consolidated to the point where you can actually walk over the top of it without actually falling through. It's nice and all, but it's also heavy as hell to shovel. So that's one thing I can't really look forward to very much in regards to the next couple of days. We'll see. We shall see. Gonna have to get up early tomorrow to make sure everything's dug out, because I'm supposed to be going to work tomorrow night. Storm's supposed to peter out like tomorrow afternoon, but still got to dig out vehicles. Considering we're expected to get like 10 to 14 inches of snow, so and our street, while it doesn't exactly get plowed regularly easily, or at least not early in the cycle, because we're a back road that nobody ever really seems to care about, despite the fact that the next street over has one of the city council members live there, and it gets plowed regardless. But where I live, the street we live on, they make that left turn onto the other street, and they never come back up this way. For whatever reason. It drives everybody nuts. For the last few years, our neighbors yelled about that a few times. Because it's like, it's literally like they do it on purpose. In fact, there have been a couple of times even where we've had to lose our shit over it, because the snowplow came through and decided to stop on the street, leaving this wall of snow on the street that nobody can get past. Yeah. I mean, hey, I've even got a four-wheel drive. I've got a pickup truck. I've got a Toyota Tacoma. But it's still just... if you've got 2 feet of snow built up into a packed wall at the end of the street, even my truck's not getting over that. My truck's not getting through that. I don't care what anybody says or does. So, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen this year, but it probably will anyway. But even so, I'll still have to dig my truck out from the side of the road after the plow goes through, because there's, as anybody who lives in a snowy region knows, once the plows go through, they just kind of leave this whole berm right next to your vehicle that is always fun to try to clear out once it's all packed in and everything. I mean, I'll be honest, I love having a truck. I love being able to say that I have reliable transportation in inclement weather. But there are some things that even I really just don't like messing with, personally. Never have, never will. We're actually making some pretty good earnings, or pickups, so far. Granted, I've already picked up what I need as far as the military grade alloys. What I really need now are the core dynamics composites. So, yeah. Let's see, where am I right now? I am in... Okay, let's see what the signal source is. Is it high grade or something else? Although now that I'm in a system that's spawning high grades, I really don't want to leave it, do I? Oh good, there's a high grade right there. There's a high grade right there, and that's Civil War, so that's guaranteed to give me at least something that aligns with what I want. Avoid dispersal pattern, and that's all the signals for right now. So, let's go. This one's not going to take me long to get to at all. You know, I always wonder when I'm looking at a high-grading missions, which is clearly this big wreckage field, and as I'm approaching it, some other ship goes off into the distance, clearly jumping out of there. It's like, you're the one who did this, aren't you? Although I'm not exactly one to talk, I've probably left a few in my own way with some of my bounty hunting in the last week or so. Wait, what do you mean no destination lock? I was almost right on top of the damn thing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Something screwy going on there, but whatever. More military grade alloys. I'm not complaining, I can still trade these for core dynamics, but like 6 to 1, that's definitely, at that rate, I'm definitely not going to get the core dynamics that I need in any reasonable amount of time. I need like 68 core dynamics composites. So even if I max out on the military grades, there's no way I'm trading down for what I need. At least not quickly. But because I am in high grades and these are high grade materials, I'm not exactly going to leave them behind either. Of course, then I don't exactly have that excuse, considering earlier on I just completely bypassed proprietary composites, which are grade 5 materials as well, but I haven't honestly found myself needing those quite as much as I've needed anything else. High-grade contact. Looks like way back in the stellar shield, so hoo-yah. stay on this course just a little bit longer until I'm at least perpendicular to the star. There we go, starting to pick up speed again. $34, $35, $36, $37. And of course, anybody who knows their science, that c next to the speed, that's relative to the speed of light, where c is the speed of light. So we're moving like 60 times the speed of light here. Let's talk about physics. And anybody who ever has actually looked into physics knows that the universal speed limit, so to speak, is the speed of light. So, yeah, theoretically, nothing can move faster than the speed of light. Theoretically. Unless, of course, you start talking like science fiction, in which case you have warp speed or hyperspace or things like that. Let's not even mention wormholes. Jeez, more military grades. I don't want my landing gear. I want my cargo scoop. Thank you. I'm wondering if I should look at Imperial systems for the core dynamics. Although the Federal Corvette is core dynamics, so it would make sense that... So it should make sense that I'd be able to find core dynamics composites in a Federation-controlled system like where I am. But, oh well. You'd think that would be a little bit more prevalent. Whatever. I've already gotten what I need as far as the military grades. In fact, I'm well above and beyond what I need as far as the military grades.
Frameshift drive charging.
So far, I've only found one high grade with core dynamics composites. Everything else has been proprietaries or Military grade. And now nothing else high grade is showing up on sensors. Yeah, I'm not going to go into combat after math. But sure, let's check out this grade 1 weapons fire, or threat level 1 weapons fire. Since I'm waiting. Give the main star a little bit of a wide berth again so I don't get slowed down too much. Oh, we've got a new signal source. Before I get too close to this planet, let's see if I can identify it. Still gonna go after that one, but it'd be nice if I know that there's at least one high grade out there waiting for me when I'm done. And there is not, so oh well. Whether or not I stay and fight or just bug out is going to depend really on what the attacker is here. Diamondback. He's clearly interested in me. Actually, he's interested in like nearby, so I can safely go after him. Nice. Type 9, that's the one being attacked. Let's go after the attacker, who has no shields to speak of. And there we go. Oh, that was easy. Nothing really worth picking up, though. Yeah, I'm too close to the Type 9. Get over it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Distress call. Threat level 0 basically means there's somebody who's run out of fuel, and that's definitely not what I'm going to go chasing. Let's see. Weapons fire threat level 2. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's go check it out. I can always bug out if I don't like the situation. Of course, now I've got to get away from the planet that I'm stuck in orbit around. Hopefully I'll get there before the 2.5 minutes passes. And I'm going to say that will definitely be a yes at this point. Oh good, it's not in the thrall of a nearby planet. Meaning I don't have to slow down immensely in order to get into it. Watch me drop in anyway and find nothing worth going after. And hello to whoever is watching out there. Just, if you feel like popping in and saying hello, you're more than welcome to. I am watching chat. Gunship. I'm doing okay. How about you? Cobra. Neither of these guys are in a wing, so I can go after them individually. That's nice. Let's go. Start with the Cobra. It's not gonna get too much of a good look at me. And there he goes.
Target shields online. Target destroyed. Scan detected.
Hi, gunship. You're deciding to turn your back to me. That's a ballsy move. Well, I've already been streaming for about, I think, almost an hour and a half. Probably going to give it another hour or so just because it is getting a little bit late here, so I'm going to be wanting to look at dinner before 2, somewhere in there. Ouch. No, I did not want to be ramming this guy. Okay. Okay. Come on. I think I keep causing malfunctions in his thrusters, and that's why he keeps dead stopping. That's the nice thing about having the scramble spectrum pulse lasers, I guess. It's around 9:30 here, but my family, we tend to eat late. We're used to operating on the late night schedule. Come on. Oh, seriously. Come on. Just finish him off, damn it. There he goes.
Target destroyed.
Is that? No, that's search and rescue. So who the hell's way out here? Holler, that's definitely not going to be... Yeah, that's not one of my targets. Alright. Time to stow weapons and bail out.
Drive charging.
Okay, so now what's up? High grades, anybody? Yes, thank you. One high grade scan right there. Encoded, and it looks like that's all the unchecked scans, but high grade is what I'm looking for, so that's where I'm going. Oh, thank you very much, Jay. Glad to hear it. I hope I continue living up to your expectations. Let's balance power distribution. High grades. Yep, too much throttle, too late. Okay. And going around. Let's get rid of the star glare. There we go. Ah! Still too fast. What the hell? Come on. There we go. Proprietary's core dynamics. Bingo! That's what I need right there. What? May as well. What the? Where'd it go? Did I accidentally hit one of my side thrusters or something? It's the only reason I can explain that. Alright, have I got something stuck on my cargo scoop? No, my landing gear was deployed. My landing gear was deployed, and it was in the weight of my cargo scoop. Oh my god. I cannot believe I just did that. Wow. Wow. Okay. And sounds like my mom's talking to somebody. Composites. And there we go. And on we go. Distress call, convoy dispersal, degraded emissions, but nothing else that I could really use. Anything showing up in the application panel that I'm interested in? Not really. Let's check out this encoded 600 blight seconds out. Wait, new signal source. Is it? Nope. Damn. it's a debris field, so I have no actual encoded materials here. Damn it. May as well pick up the grade 4s while I'm here. Okay, that's behind me. Processors, compound shielding is grade 4. I know we find focus crystals are grade 4. Alright. Maybe now there will be a high grade. That would be really nice. Okay, looks like we've got a couple of scans, or at least one scan. One encoded. That's it. Now granted, it's entirely possible I'm within the 20-minute reset cycle, but still annoying when nothing that I'm looking for actually pops up. Wait, new signal source. Where? And yes, I jump on these signal sources real quick. Because encoded emissions really aren't anything helpful. They're good if I'm looking for low-grade materials, but even then, it's still kind of hit and miss. And certainly does nothing to help with the actual encoded materials that I need. Too fast, way too fast. Oh good, I didn't hit the planet. Not that I actually would have hit the planet, but I really did not want to mess with the extended FSD reboot. I was going way too fast. And by the way, not actually trying to promote channels, really, not plugging channels or anything, but one of my favorite videos that just defines, at least to me, what it's like to play Elite Dangerous, at least if you're a starting player, is you want to look up a very specific video. The channel name is Up Is Not Jump, but the video is Elite Dangerous in VR is an absolute nightmare. I swear that is like the funniest, the absolute funniest video I have ever seen in regards to just summing up how Elite Dangerous functions. I'll provide a link in the description when the video actually goes live, or when this video actually goes live as a rewatchable. But yeah, it was it's a pretty funny, just kind of, I guess I could say, summary of what it's like to start off trying to play Elite Dangerous with the VR spin on it. But I swear, even without the VR, it's, again, just a perfect summary of what it's like trying to figure out how to play Elite Dangerous and what it's like. It's awesome. So if you enjoy laughing your asses off and have played Elite Dangerous or are interested in getting into Elite Dangerous without me explaining it, look up that video. You should get a kick out of it. Lord knows, first time I saw it, I was laughing like a maniac. And yes, it's because it summed up Elite Dangerous just that well. Alright, so cleared the planet. Chaotics, everything. There it is. Okay. Let's look within the orbital plane. Thank you very much. Nothing new. Damn. Dispersal pattern. Is that level 4? Oh, hell no. Degraded emissions, encoded emissions. Sure, why not? Okay, I'm going to, while I'm on my way to this encoded threat, I'm actually going to put the stream on break for a moment because my mom is asking for help with something I think some of the Christmas inflatables are trying to blow away, so I'll be back. Okay, yeah. Christmas inflatables were trying to blow away. So, yeah, had to go get those, help mom get those unplugged. Um, I had a feeling that might have been what was going on. Ay, 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 ay. And mom also informed me that dinner is just about done, so I'm probably going to be bugging out of here in the next few minutes, probably as soon as I'm done with this emissions threat, unless by some miracle a high grade has popped up anywhere. Weapons fire. Distress call. But no high grade emissions. So still within the reset time on that. Oh well. So like I said, probably gonna cut it off in a few minutes here and let you all go. And what's the bet? As soon as that happens, I'll start finding the core dynamics composites that I've been trying to chase down all night long. Because, you know, while I'm on stream, it can't happen. For whatever reason, it seems. Everything but what I'm actually looking for. Still got 3,000 light seconds to go. Throttle back at 10 seconds. And that will steadily descend me into the zone. And I'll bet you this one's going to end up being another debris field with nothing that I actually need. Instead of an encoded data beacon, which has abnormal compact emissions, which is what I actually need. And when I get back out, I'll also see what the new signal source is. Maybe it's high-grade emissions. Hey, we actually have a private data beacon. But I can pretty much guarantee it's not going to give me what I need. If it does, I'll be amazed. Archie, you cannot climb that well. Okay. Did get a couple of things, but nothing I really have any necessary use for. So let's go. Not even going to worry about the asps nearby. Just leave me alone, buddy. Combat aftermath. We have high-grade emissions. Perfect. I've got 13 minutes to get there. At this rate, I'll get there with lots of time to spare. Okay. really need to have somewhere else to put my drinks other than right next to my camera. That works. I just need to remember to actually do it. Signal sources are starting to crop up left and right again, so expecting another high grade somewhere. Weapons fire. Level 4 weapons fire? Oh, hell no. It's a good thing I just emptied that can, Gracie. Hi, Gracie. Okay. Well, if nothing else, I've got the one high grading mission. And if another one doesn't pop up, you all will get to see me wreak havoc on another unsuspecting pirate. Ooh, ah. Gracie, let's try not to kill my notepad, please. Military supercapacitors. Again, everything but what I need. Oh well. Again, I can trade for core dynamics at least. No, I will not deploy my landing gear. Archie, if you can wait a couple of minutes, I will let you out then. I don't think he's gonna wait a couple of minutes. I don't need a dog, I've got a cat. Got a cat that acts like a dog. And it's not even the cat that was raised around dogs. Funny how some of these things work out. Okay, cargo skip away. All right, Archie. Go on. No, you want it out, go. Cat. Okay. Got data out there. Got weapons fire there. Discovered new signal source. Where? Right there. Okay. Convoy dispersal pattern. But nothing new otherwise. Oh well. So, I say we go ruin the day of some pirates and call it a night. Well, at least a night for you all. I'm still going to be playing for a good little while. Just not on stream. myself in the proper combat mode. Of course, this ship only really has one combat mode, so... or one combat set, so... Of course. Honor bound to check. Weapons fire. Yeah, no. Okay. I've already got a weapons fire that I'm going after. And by the way, for those of you who happen to be interested at this point, because I don't think I've actually explained it, the ship that I'm working in, my Imperial Eagle, which I have actually dubbed the Peregrine. I figured why not stick with Bird of Prey sort of naming convention, is actually fully engineered for combat. We've got basically pulse lasers for everything. Why? Because that's probably the most power efficient weaponry I can have on this thing and still be able to fire effectively. They're efficient, so they don't take an incredible amount of power to utilize. And I've got varying... I've actually got varying experimental upgrades on them as well. For example, one has scramble spec, another one has thermoshock, and I think the other one is actually, yeah, the larger one is overcharged because it's the one that's actually doing damage, so giving it overcharge just means it does that much more. And need to actually put power into weapons so that I can keep firing here. But the nice thing about using Scramble Spectrum is it does have the bonus of possibly resetting modules, so it can actually potentially interfere with target's ability to use their jump drive to get away from me. It can also interfere with things like, oh, I don't know, thrusters, if I really want to pinpoint target those. And overall, just really, really be a pain in the butt. And because I'm in a small ship, something small like the Type 10 here, unless it's got turreted weapons, really doesn't stand a chance because I can run circles around this thing. And it can basically do almost nothing to me. And I'm just able to keep firing as long as I have enough power in my weapons capacitor. Until the target is dead. That would not work with anything other than a more maneuverable target. Or with anything other than a slow and largely unmaneuverable target. Unfortunately, his friend has disappeared on me. Oh well. I would have loved to have gone after somebody else. And I'm definitely not going to go after those guys.
Frameshift drive charging.
So let's move along. And I think there was one more if I recall, there was one more weapons fire that was reasonably close to just play around with. But I think it's better to end off the stream with one more high-grade emissions scan, or pickup. Why? Because that's what I'm doing the stream for anyway. So, let's focus on that. And besides, if I end the stream, that also means I gotta go downstairs, I gotta get dinner, which means this would probably just end up going by the wayside or being left undone. And I really don't want to do that quite yet. Anyway, that's another matter entirely. Come on, Core Dynamics Composites. Come on, RNG. We want core dynamics. We want core dynamics. Can you tell which material I really need? In. Damn it. I don't need military super caps. Actually, I just might if I do more shielding work, although I think that would actually be more the Imperial shielding. But anyway, that's beside the point. It's not what I need, damn it. I can still trade for it eventually, so oh well. Well. If nothing else, I've made a good dent with everything else that I've picked up so far. And there we go. So, high-grade emissions, not quite what I was hoping to come away with for now, but I mean, I've at least gotten a good bit of stuff. And I've even gotten in some combat worth, well, I'm sure I've got it somewhere. Worth about 1 million credits worth of bounties. So, I mean, I haven't exactly come away empty-handed from this stream. But I do suppose at this point it is time to let you all go. I hope you all enjoyed the stream, or rewatching the stream for those of you who watched the posting. And I hope to catch you all again next time. Have a good one. Excuse me. Have a good one, folks. Stay safe out there. Happy hunting. Oh, geez. Stay safe out there. Happy hunting. And I will see you all again next stream or next video, whichever comes first. Have a good one, folks.